Lastly, it is available for you to borrow against and treat it as if it were a bank for yourself. Okay.
Okay.
Hence the name, bank on yourself. When you do this, when you borrow against the policy, the cash value continues to compound and grow as if there was no loan. Thus,
Interesting.
uninterrupted compound growth.
All right. So what's the number one secret to becoming your own banker?
Well, in essence, it's knowing what to do and how to do it. And to be candid with you, too many people have run their financial wheels as hot as they can, trying to chase a higher rate of return in the stock
Sure.
market or in real estate. Whereas we need a tool that does effectively what banks have been allowed to do for generations. And the only tool that I've been able to find that helps us accomplish this is a variation on a 200+ year old financial asset that grows guaranteed every single year. It's known as dividend paying whole life insurance, of
Okay.
all things, right? If we could be talking about anything other than life insurance right now, Pierce, I'd be talking about that. Nothing less sexy than whole life insurance. I get it. However, I was more compelled than ever as I stumbled into this strategy myself, having 6 figures of student loan debt when I discovered this strategy. And so I'll just quickly kind of describe what it is.
Sure.
So then we can dive into some more detail of how this maybe is compared against, say, other names that are out there for this tool. We refer to this as bank on yourself, which
Okay.
is in contrast to what we might hear on YouTube and so forth. So in essence, what it is, it's a whole life contract designed for as little death benefit as possible. Cut the commissions down by 60, 80%, as much as we can. That allows you to flood more of your cash into the policy that you control. Second, the policy grows guaranteed every single year. So even when markets are crashing, this policy is growing and hitting all-time record highs. Third, it's liquid and accessible money, which we can use for anything we want. There are no prohibited transactions. Unlike a Roth IRA or self-directed IRA, there are no limits on how you can use the money. You can use it to flip a real estate deal or to fix up your kitchen or send the kid to college. Your call. Lastly, it is available for you to borrow against and treat it as if it were a bank for yourself. Okay.
Okay.
Hence the name, bank on yourself. When you do this, when you borrow against the policy, the cash value continues to compound and grow as if there was no loan. Thus,
Interesting.
uninterrupted compound growth. So here's what it takes to build a true bank on yourself policy. And in essence, there are over 29 different features, nuanced dials that need to be dialed in just right. Now, listen, there are 400,000 life insurance agents in the United States, Piers. 400,000.
Okay.
That's about one for every 800 Americans.
That's a lot.
What about if you had 400,000 elevator technicians? Okay. And they could get their license in a month or two. All you want to do is get in that stinking elevator, push a button, and up you go, right?
Right.
But what we don't see is all of the engineering and specifications necessary to design that elevator safely so that it goes up with speed and quietness and control. All we want to do is push that button and it works. But if it's not designed properly, like you're seeing here, if even just one of these dials is mistimed, you could have a policy that's riddled with commissions, grows way too slowly, is not paying you a dividend, or even crucially, when you borrow against it, it can actually stop the growth of the cash. Now, candidly, many different financial professionals out there they have their life insurance license and they have a YouTube channel, and there you have it.
Yeah.
And now there's a lot of good people out there with good intentions, and I'm understanding of their desire to pass along the message that Nelson Nash, who started this concept years ago, was promoting. But unfortunately, much like Kleenex and Xerox, the brand of infinite banking, family wealth banking, wealth reserve banking, so many nicknames out there. There's a lot of good people doing work out there for this. But in my years of meeting with literally now thousands of families, I'll see somebody and they'll tell me, Mark, I've got one of those. Oh, yeah, my agent set this up for me. And then they send me the document. I just had one this morning. He sent me the document this morning. He's put in 70 grand a year into a policy, and the policy is going to stop growing when he borrows against it. Now, you tell me, all you wanted to do, and most of our clients want to do, is get into a policy and start using it like a bank. But unfortunately, if their policy was not engineered properly, it's a lookout below plunge.